Good morning. Thanks for joining me today for devotions. Today, as we continue to read out of Isaiah, we're going to read from chapter 58, starting in verse 3. The people say to God, "Why do we fast, but you do not see? Why humble ourselves, but you do not notice? Look, you serve your own interest on your fast day and oppress all your workers. Look, you fast only to quarrel and to fight and to strike with a wicked fist. Such fasting as you do today will not make your voice heard on high. Is such the fast that I choose, a day to humble oneself? Is it to bow down the head like a bulrush and to lie in sackcloth and ashes? Will you call this a fast, a day acceptable to the Lord? Is not this the fast that I choose, to loose the bonds of injustice, to undo the thongs of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry and bring the homeless poor into your house, when you see the naked to cover them, and not to hide from your own kin? Then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up quickly. Your vindicator shall go before you, and the glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry for help, and he will say, 'Here I am.'" This is a tough passage for those of us who spend a lot of our time in the circles of a church. When we go to worship week in and week out and volunteer on the committees and do all of the activities, it is tempting to say that we are doing things the right way, and that others who aren't giving as much, sacrificing as much, doing as much, they are not as good as we are. Now, hopefully, we've all learned enough about Jesus that we are, more often than not, able to push down that temptation to be judgmental about other people who aren't as involved in church. But this passage is calling us out and asking us what's really important. The things that we do in worship and in church, they are not ultimately for ourselves. They are for God, and they are for other people. And so we ought to look at how our actions are impacting the poor, the oppressed, the hungry, the homeless, because that's how God's viewing our actions. Not how much we sacrifice, not how much we lie around in sackcloth and ashes, but how much our devotion to Christ actually makes a difference in the world. How much our following of Christ is actually about following him and not making ourselves look better. I hope you're able to find a way to follow where Jesus leads and not pay attention to what it means for your own benefit, but to look at how it helps others. Would you join me in prayer today? God, when we weary of the journey, strengthen us by your Spirit to imagine new heavens and a new earth. Amen. Have a blessed day.